Back to that breaking news in Lansing. Throngs of protesters are converging on the Capitol. They're overflowing out of the state Capitol building right now. We have 2 crews staked out there right now. This is a huge story that we continue to stay on top of. Let's get straight out to political reporter Rick Albin. He's in Lansing this noon in the thick of the action. Rick, what's happening out there?
Well, those crowds have dissipated by a considerable amount, but earlier this morning there were hundreds and hundreds of people in front of the Capitol as well as inside. We have video from that earlier this morning. Many of them are union members, and they're protesting what they see as an assault on their union rights, collective bargaining, things like binding arbitration, PA 312, and particularly the Emergency Managers Act. That's the bill we told you about last week that passed quickly through the House, but now is in the Senate. Today they showed up here to show their opposition to the bill. The Senate didn't pass that bill. In fact, what they did was heard amendments. They did not accept any, as far as we can tell. They did make some minor changes to that bill, we're told, and we expect them to get a final vote on it tomorrow. But here's what the union members we talked to said. They said it takes away the responsibility of governing from the people who are elected. What it means is that if a city or a school is in big financial trouble, the treasurer's office can take a look at that situation and appoint an emergency financial manager to come in and take over. That person then has the ability to relieve elected officials, change union contracts, do any number of things to try to get that school or city back to solvency. Unions say that usurps the rights of the people, takes away the vote, and they say this is not a bill that they want to see go through. But it's not just about that. It's the repeal of PA 312. It's the political implications of less revenue sharing, which means less money from Lansing back to the cities, less money for the cities back to firefighters and police and that type of thing. This is just the beginning of a very large protest that we expect to be continuing, a rolling protest, if you will, that could be here at the Capitol between now and the time this budget gets done. If that's June 1st, that means we've still got plenty of time for people to come out and voice their opposition. As for the bill that we heard much about today, that Emergency Managers Act, we expect that will get a final vote in the Senate tomorrow. Right now, odds-on bet is it will pass. However, there were lots of voices being heard today, so that could change things too, which is why we're here and we'll continue our commitment to cover what goes on in Lansing well past the election. It's going to be a very, very busy spring as we talk about budget and legislation here in the state capitol, where I'm live. Rick Albin, 24 Hour News 8.